You're now tuned in to the Lady Charmaine Live Show, and I'm your host, Lady Charmaine. And as always, I have another great interview for you today. And I'll tell you who it is coming up right after this. Today is a world-class drummer, percussionist, singer, songwriter, entertainer, author, humanitarian, mentor, and actress. She is a dynamic public figure who has been driven by a steadfast inner rhythm since the day she was born. She says, before I had language, I had a rhythm. And she is here today to talk about her new single, Lemon Cake, inspired by her dear friend Prince. Help me welcome back to the Lady Charmaine Live Show, none other than Miss Sheila E. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much.
You know, it's always a pleasure having you. You probably don't realize, I think you've been on my show now 4 times. So thank you so much for coming on the show and always coming back.
Oh, no, we really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We need your show. So thank you. It's very inspirational.
Thank you so much. Now, Sheila, I got to ask you, how are you quarantining these days?
I've been busy, busier than ever. It's been great being home. I've been cooking tons, of course. I'm not really ordering any food out, and it's been fun making dishes I've never made before. I finally get to see my parents, so they come over every 5 days or so and stay with me for a couple of days, and my sister's here as well now. So it's, we're not hugging, you know, we elbow. I get on the floor and hug their ankles, you know. We're not trying to hug and kiss, but, you know, at least I get to see them. Been very creative, editing a lot of content for social media, and I have tons of drives of things that I filmed that I never released, and things that we just did recently, writing and singing a couple of gospel tunes. There's something that came out last week. We put out a video of what the world needs now, just because we needed that, and for Easter Sunday. And, then the single's out today. And so I've been really busy. It's been great.
All right, Sheila, I got to ask you, besides lemon cake, what have you been making?
Wow. So last night we filmed, me and my sister and my mom, and then we Zoomed in my niece from New York, and we had my mom try to make homemade pasta for the first time. None of us have ever done it. So that was hilarious. That was a 2-hour event where I'm going to have to edit that down to like 15 or 20 minutes, but it was hilarious. But I'm making all kind of stuff because I love cooking. I didn't realize how much I missed it because I'm always out on the road. So I've been making, you know, all the meals for the family. I grill a lot. I made steaks, you know, grilled some turbo fish, salmon, steaks, and then I made some curry with vegetable chicken with a sauce with coconut. It was really good, you know, with jasmine rice and but a lot of fish. I love fish and some vegetarian dishes. I do a lot of in the mornings. I juice, so I do kale, carrots, ginger, celery, and I put some beet juice or protein powder in there if I don't have any beets. And, just try to stay as healthy as possible.
Now, I feel like your dear old friend Prince when I heard his quote. I didn't know you can cook because, see, I have to taste your lemon cake. Because after listening to this song, I said, I need to taste a lemon cake. But, Sheila, I'm talking about the actual cake, okay?
Well, I tried. You know what? I tried to make it the other day because I haven't made it in like 25 years. And I went to the store and I couldn't find any. There was nothing to make anything. All the baking section was just about empty. There was one box of yellow cake, one box of lemon, a can of chocolate icing, and a can of light, fluffy white. I don't even know. So I did what I could. It was hilarious because I didn't have all the stuff. I made it the other day. And I filmed that, too. You'll see that, like, next week. Oh, okay. My gosh. My lemon cake is good. It just didn't look as good as I used to make it, but it tastes incredible.
Now we're going to talk about this lemon cake because it's inspired by your dear friend. Everyone, she has a brand new single out today, and it is called Lemon Cake. So tell us about it and the inspiration.
It came because of Prince. When I met him in the mid-'70s, I would show him around the Bay Area, Oakland, where I was born and raised. And I took him to a lot of the places that I love to eat. And one of my favorite places there was a donut shop there in the Bay Area, and I love donuts. And you had to go at a specific time. And when we started recording in the studio, we loved having sweets, coffee, cookies, lemon cake, chocolate cake, all kind of stuff. And later on, when he had his chefs, they would bring us great things. And I told him one day, I said, I'd make a good lemon cake and a chocolate cake. He goes, okay. He knew I cooked because I mainly made breakfast for him. But I went and made the lemon cake, and it was love at first sight. And he's like, okay, this is my favorite cake. And he just always asked me to make that lemon cake.
Now, what is the significance of this song coming out at this time of the year?
Well, it's interesting because I wrote this song a while ago, and I was saying this to someone else the other day that, I have a lot of songs that are in my little tiny vault that I have, tons of songs, and a lot that I haven't finished. But this song needed to come out now. I was going to put it out possibly at the end of last year, and then at the beginning of this year. But then this whole thing surfaced with all of us staying home, and I know that music is healing. It reaches people. It's fun. It brings people together. It might take your mind off of things. And I just thought this is a celebration, the month of his passing. And I thought, you know what? Let's just put it out now. People are home, and they might want to listen to it.
And can you believe it's been 4 years? It went by so fast, the 4 years. So can you give us one special memory of Prince eating your lemon cake?
Yeah, this is not the show to talk about.
Okay, we're going to do an R one later because I got to get some details.
That would be at another time, thank you.
I think we could just imagine, since you just said that, Miss Sheila. Well, before we go, can you give us one of your special conversations with Prince before we leave? They're one of your most memorable conversations.
Wow, there's some. Well, one in the early days when I turned him on to Latin jazz music and I introduced him to my family. I said, you have to come check my dad's band out. And my whole family, we all play together. So we flew up to the Bay Area from L.A. and I told Pops that I was coming, and Prince sat in as well. But he sat there like a kid in a candy store because he couldn't believe, that me, my brothers would be able to play with my dad and play together. And he's like, how do you know the breaks? Like, you guys are, I don't see anyone cueing each other. And I was like, we've played together for so long, and we just look at each other like, okay, where are we going? And he just loved that special moment to be able to see that. And that's something that he always wanted to do with his dad. And he just said, you're just so lucky, so blessed to be able to do that, play with your family. I want the same thing.
Wow. That's beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Sheila, and thank you so much for coming on the show. And I want to remind the audience to make sure that you get your copy of Lemon Cake. It is streaming on all platforms. Download it. And I couldn't figure out if Prince was talking about that lemon cake or talking about Sheila. So y'all let me know what y'all think. So thank you so much for coming on the show. It's always a pleasure having you, and I look forward to having you back.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Be sure to download your copy of Lemon Cake right now, streaming on all platforms. And be sure to like and follow the Lady Charmaine Live Show on Instagram at I Am Lady Charmaine, Facebook, the Lady Charmaine Live Show, and watch all Lady Charmaine videos. Just go to my YouTube page at Lady Charmaine TV.